Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We got a Pete. It's an Ardbeg, and some people call it.
Oh no!
But we call it An Oa.
An Oa. Let's test it.
Test it.
Let's test it. Caveat to the oh no.
Yeah, that's what some people are saying.
Hardcore Ardbeg fans were not happy.
No, they wanted an Oogie or a Corey Vrecken or a Dark Cove.
So Ardbeg An Oa is
hardcore
bourbon cast and sherry cast.
Right.
There's a lot of sweetness that comes in with the peat. Yes. It's beautiful to me. I love it. Hardcore Ardbeg fans, not so much.
Right.
They want the... I was going to slap you right there. That slap in the face, Pete.
That would have been terrible. Yeah.
When you look online and you see people that are upset, I mean I think that's why, because of that sweetness that was.
I'm glad you're here because the words you're saying, I think you are the other man. I'm not saying every man. Because every man, as we found out when we did the live show with Bourbon Nights, even the smoke in this would probably kill them. They were bourbon fans, pretty much exclusive. Yeah. Great show. Go check out Bourbon Nights. But they just tried a Highland Park, the Magnus, that was not smoky at all, and they were getting smoke. And I realized, wow. You know what? That was very educational for me, though, because I'm such a Pete head. I'm like, no, there's no real smoke in there. And then I realized, well, there's a bit. So you're the aficionado that likes some smoke, whereas I want to be punched in the face with it. And yeah, this didn't. Well, we'll get into it.
Yeah,
let's get into
it. Scotch God shout out. Go back to the Lagavulin 12-year review, the 2017 Lagavulin limited edition special release.
That was a
very good.
Woo!
J-Dub. Actually, we work with someone. We call J-Dub.
Yeah, I was immediately. Is he a fan? Co-workers on board.
This is a separate. I'm assuming this is a separate J-Dub.
Different J-Dub. Well, yeah, he's not very high-tech. Still has a flip phone.
Right. But J-Dub comments on the Lagavulin 12. He says, I bought 2 bottles a few days ago.
Okay.
I just opened one, and now I'm about to go to Total Wine and get 2 more.
Yeah, because you want to keep one in reserve. They're phenomenal.
This scotch is fantastic.
They are.
Best scotch I've had in the past 6 years. And as always, great review, guys. Cheers.
Thank you. The pipe tobacco finish on that deal is unbelievably good. Lagavulin killed it.
Ardbeg, Coin 334. You said Lagavulin. We're talking Ardbeg.
That's a good smell. I
started Lagavulin. You went Lagavulin. Right. We're back to Ardbeg.
Right. 229.
46.6% ABV.
Wow.
I don't have notes on this. We bought this. We did a Patreon only show. We try quarterly to do benefits for our Patreon supporters.
Yeah, we basically hang out with our Patreon Scotch gods.
And we had picked this bottle up. It was newer. It was back in, I want to say November, I think, maybe first part of December. And we were doing a hangout, and I said, pick up the An Oa and the Glenmorangie A Star. They had both just hit the market. We're getting good marks, good reviews.
Right.
So I've sat down with it that night. I have not had it since or taken notes, but let's see what we get. And I can smell it.
I can smell it. It's been a while since I've been to the An Oa.
A little bit.
First of all, I brushed your whiskers twice, and I did not find it pleasurable.
That's definitely not I'm getting the peat here.
Yeah, the weird cupping. It was. I feel like I need a bath.
Definite citrus blast along with the peat on this, and that's what I like. Oh, vanillas, the peat. I want to say sherry sweetness, but let's wait till we dive into the palate on that. There's definitely a sweetness on the nose with this peat.
Trying the Nancy Finley technique.
That is beautiful. Nancy Fraley.
Sorry. Sorry, Nancy. We keep trying to have you on the show. I always want to make her Irish.
You know who was just at Joseph Magnus and met? Nancy Fraley,
Shut up.
Adam Clary.
Damn.
But he was on Instagram, and I immediately, at some point I Instagrammed back. I said, "Hey, tell Nancy to get a hold of us."
Yeah.
He got it too late.
Dang it. We got to reach out to her again. So yeah, there's a lot more going on with this than just the peat.
Yes.
Now I'm trying not to step on you as I talk. We had a friend from Japan say that I talked over you a couple times. I would imagine that's more offensive in the Japanese culture. It's like I'm not giving you your due.
That could be. Now, here's how I look at it, though. If you go back and watch our first 50 reviews, we're at 418 or so. I'm not sure. Our first 50 reviews, you like to talk all the time. You did, and I would even point it out to you. Let me talk.
You would have to physically say, let me talk.
You've gotten a lot better.
I try.
I feel I get plenty of airtime.
I hope.
But even in our talking, you're 75% of the talking, I'm 25%.
That's almost
maybe 60-40.
Trying to go for 50-50.
But yeah, whoever it was that commented, we should have looked that up before we got started. He thought you were talking over me a lot.
I believe I could be guessing, and who knows, anybody's name, he might be from Kentucky, and he's got a name that to me looks Japanese, but he looked like a Japanese name.
Tobacco. There's got tobacco on it. Good hint of tobacco.
I wish I got more of that.
And the campfire.
I get citrus, like a lemonade. A lemonade campfire, which I don't think I've ever said in a sentence together.
Lemonade campfire?
Yes.
We're both wearing the same shirts.
Yeah, I know. We did it. Well, here's the deal.
Yours was the prototype.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. We'll come back near the end and remind me. You're right, because you have the fix. The was too dark on this one.
Yeah.
And you've got the baseball shirt.
Yeah.
We'll come back later and talk about the shirts because there's a change coming. Citrus campfire. I can't say it enough.
Smoked peanuts was the first note I got on the palate. Nice campfire ash.
Interesting you say. You're right.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think I had that.
Yeah, smoked peanuts.
Mm-hmm. Like you're at the game.
Yeah.
It's like you're at the baseball deal and they're smoking
peanuts.
Yeah. A nod to you. I did not have that. Until you said it, I don't know if I could have pinned it down.
Right there in my mouth. I don't know that it was sherry, but there was a sweetness, not a vanilla sweetness. More of a fruity, almost raspberry type berry sweetness that come in with the vanillas, the smoke.
Stuck on peanuts because I'm trying to get the finish, but you definitely pegged that.
The peanuts are definitely there still. Still getting them. Almost sesame seed, peanut, the smoke, citrus, berry sweetness.
Boy, I can't pull the berry.
Look past. Okay, look at the sweetness. Vanilla, maybe some honey type, light citrus, and it transitions. Then you start to see those darker.
Right. All right. I can definitely
notes.
pull the honey. You know what? I'm going to give you a nod. What I just picked up was like, and this sounds dumb, but a black cherry drink. They used to make when I was a child. Apparently, we bought generic soda a lot, and I remember there was a can that just said black cherry on it. Yeah. And that's what it just harkened me back to. Which is odd. I did not like the black cherry one. I preferred just straight cola. You remember that? Where you could literally buy a generic can of soda, and it just literally said cola.
Yeah, they still have them.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I've moved up.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on up.
Moving on up to the sky.
We finally got a piece of the pie.
Weezer.
Have you watched any of the set? That's the Jefferson. Have you watched Archie Bunker? What was the name of that show though? That was called All in the Family, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All in the Family, the Jeffersons. Oh my God, the millennials would be triggered immediately. It would never survive.
I haven't watched them for a long time, but I can imagine.
Caught one of them, and I'm like, oh my God. George Jefferson is just making fun of the British guy with white jokes left and right. Wheezy. Yeah, I mean, there's just the, what's the maid's name? She's busting George's backside. I can't remember her name. I can't remember. But it was just, the 70s must have been a ball. I'm just telling you, because they just had at it. It was like your differences are just part of the patchwork of fun. Mm-hmm. Yet there was all this tension. I don't know. It's so surprising. The tension's like back without any of the fun. I don't know. Sorry. I'll come back around before I make you nervous. You're going to shut up.
Yeah. Speaking of triggering.
Yeah, shut up.
About to trigger the full editorial
That's
control.
right. You're going to be like, all it'll be is my mouth moving and no sound coming out.
Ardbeg An Oa. Back to that. Smoky, sweet, singularly rounded, non-chill filtered.
I got to pause again, though. The idea that we would start talking about the Jeffersons somehow while we're doing this was not planned, pre-planned. It just pops in. We're like, how to pee.
Yeah.
We're singing the song. Back to the An Oa. I've thrown you. What else you got?
And I'm going to move on. I was thinking of something else. Maybe another episode.
Got it. We'll just come back with another episode.
Cigarette ash.
Huh. That I don't get.
On the finish.
Oh, hold on. I'm trying to circular breathe into it. All right. The peat, boy, I don't know if I'd call it the cigarette, but definitely an ash. I almost get like the fireplace ash. 90.
Oh.
Wow.
Good call.
I'm saying it to it. It would be, well, if it was higher in the peat, it would be higher for me. It's still good. It's still peat flavorful.
I'm going to hazard a guess you got an Ardbeg 10 around.
I do. I've got the one that's unopened in the cool box right there, which just looks gorgeous. Oh. And I think I've got an Ardbeg 10 up there. You want me to do it?
You want to look at it next to it and see?
Sure. I'm going to show Dan E. my Jordache jeans. That's just for Dan E. There's the
Sometimes we do this just to see what the difference is. If we've got
Cove. I got Dark Cove. I got Corey.
All right, well, we're not going to do it.
Well, it's in there. So let's not do it right now.
Well, that's a standard bottle, though.
It is. You want me to yank it open? I could.
That's up to you.
Get it. I got to move some trolls. Remember when we used to put dolls on the front of the scene? And you were like, what's going on? Is this bingo night?
Yeah.
You're like, what are you doing? So first of all, this is neat. I love this. Have you seen this?
I've seen a few pictures on both Twitter and Instagram of people with these. This was a fairly limited holiday edition at Christmas time.
And I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Loved it. I actually had to search around and find it. It's got a little magnet close to it. Very nice. Sits inside a black like foam carrier.
If that would have fell out right there, that'd have been hilarious.
But it's in there pretty tight. I've got to yank it out just to...
I think that's a standard Ardbeg 10. You want to open it, you want to leave it in. That's up to you.
No. Open it up. It hasn't had time to breathe.
We can edit this out.
No. This is part of the fun, watching me trying to get it out of the barrel here.
I'm just going to say, in similar price range, I think the An Oa is 55 to 60, and I think the same price range as Ardbeg 10.
I just love that.
I'm hazarding a guess more of that bourbon cask influence of sweetness is coming through on the An Oa.
Okay. Because what I love in the Ardbeg is the earthiness. The peat of a Lefroy. Go watch our verses, first of all. We have a beautiful Lefroy 10 versus Ardbeg 10. It says everything. But the earthiness that you get from an Ardbeg is special. It's a treat. I've got one over here that's clean. If you're good, it's good. I'm good here. You're good there. We're gonna go now. This has not had a chance to open up to air out.
Just pour a tablespoon in there.
Okay, just a tablespoon. Beautiful smell.
That's like a teaspoon.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. That's good.
Okay, there you go. Well, you were complaining. I was like, I'm gonna give you more. So here we go. Who was it?
Now,
that, by the way, oh, it was Gatch. Gachane. He said he liked when we come in later and throw something else in. He likes this.
Was that him?
I think it was him. I could be wrong.
Well, he went to watch the Lagavulin 12 review, and we pretty much at the beginning we started off with both of them. He liked it like this, 14, where we brought him in at the end.
Yes.
I still get a lot of. I'll tell you what, my peat palate has developed. I used to get peat, and that was it. If there was any hint of peat in a whiskey, that was all I could detect. Even this Ardbeg 10, I'm getting a sweetness with it.
Yeah, but wait till you get to that.
Okay.
Briny, earthy, damp, full,
stronger,
true ashtray.
Oh yeah, a lot more peat, a lot more punch.
Yeah.
And what's our ABV? It's pretty close. 46.
Oh,
So they're right there. 40,
okay,
46 and 46.6.
Love it. That's what Ardbeg brings to you.
Okay. I can see why Ardbeg fans would be disappointed in that.
Yeah, because this comes in gentler.
Yeah. Gentler, smoother, sweeter. Ardbeg 10, much more peat punch, earthy punch. Yeah, I can see it. Good.
You know, you don't get any of the citrus that you get in a Lafroig. It's much more of a peat true. Right there. Right with you. You feel like you're in the earth of Islay. Damn. And I love the presentation. Dude, I love this thing. I'm so glad I was able to get it.
Right back to the An Oa and that citrus sweetness and the vanillas.
I might need, because I usually don't lay my whiskey now. See, you know what's weird though? In that design, it's probably better that I got this out of there because it was laying on the cork.
Oh, that's true.
You probably just saved me a bottle of Ardbeg. I'm going to leave that empty.
Let's get another bottle to replace it.
Well, but should it be laying in the cork like
That's
that?
true.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we're going to leave that empty. Maybe when this is empty, it'll go back in. Hello.
How about you can stand it
You
up?
could, but it doesn't look as cool.
No, that's made to look like one of the Rick houses.
It is, and I love it sitting on.
They don't call it
back
Rick
shelf.
House though.
It's called as something.
Yeah.
I could drink more of this. This is delicious. God, that's good.
They both are, and like I say, my peat palate has really developed. It took me. You warmed up to peats a lot quicker than I did
Because of you.
It took me a long time to develop my peat palate, and even now, I can remember when I thought Lafroig and Ardbeg were just nasty.
You did, yeah. I would be like, we got to do is Lafroig shootout.
You had the Lafroig quarter cask, and I was like, oh my God,
like,
do we have to do it really?
Yeah. And then I got all giddy. The one time you almost throat punched me was when we did the Lafroig shootout. It was a family of Lafroig. It was like 7 different bottles, and I was overly hyped and excited, and people were like, geez, that guy's dumb.
I kind of get a spearmint or a mint with the An Oa over the Ardbeg 10.
Can't believe you threw these down.
We don't have a traveling dummies to do this episode.
Troll down!
You just took one time. I was like, "Hey, I need a picture of Whiskey X for a video," and you sent it with me with a troll in there.
I put the troll.
And I'm like, "What are you doing?" We didn't even mention the troll in the episode.
You're like, yeah, I sent it all. Yeah, you request a video of a bottle that I only have here, so I taint it with a troll, and you're like, what the hell?
And you wouldn't send me another one. I had to. I think I edited it or tried to crop it out.
Right.
I don't know if I did or not.
I was being obstinate. Happens on occasion with me.
Oh, okay. An Oa, is it worth it? $60? I believe so.
Oh, God.
I believe so. But it's one of those, maybe not a transition whiskey, but it's one of those. I can see if you're the true Ardbeg 10 fan, the Corey Vrecken fan, The
Oogie
Oogie
Doll.
Doll.
The
Well,
Oogie.
it's not Oogie Doll.
The dark
We've been
cold.
chastised lately.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
not
know.
Doll. Dale. Oogie Dale.
Oogie Dale.
Sorry.
I like saying doll. Look at the trolls.
Yeah. I can see, though, if you are the true Pete Head Ardbeg fan where this disappointed you.
Yeah. I got a
But it's still not a bad whiskey by any means.
Not bad. Could bring some folks into the
Yes.
Pete. But you're right. I've got a buddy of mine, actually a board game designer, that has the Ardbeg logo that's on the top here, tattooed on his, I believe, his left arm. Yeah, I was pouring some peated, and I go, hey, this is heavily peated. Are you all right with that? No words. Pulls up giant Ardbeg A, and I'm like, look at that, Ken.
Could have meant something else that starts with A.
Goodness, it just meant Ardbeg. He was such a fan of the Ardbeg.
Hey, the T-shirts.
Yeah, sorry.
We're both wearing our Love the Pete T-shirts.
Right.
This design is staying. Maybe it gets rehashed, but we have, I think, 5 designs up.
We do.
We're going to drop a couple of them that
2
aren't
of them
selling.
are gone. Which ones? Scotch It.
Scotch It, you Scotch gods.
Gone.
Cilantro Dummies.
Yes.
Gone.
Yeah, however, if you like it and you want it,
Yeah.
you got about 2 weeks.
Well, we're not sure. We got to hash out the date, get the new designs in.
But they're going to be leaving.
We'll take the old ones down. And put
And
the
they
new
will
ones
never
up.
come back.
Never?
No, never.
Okay.
It's exclusive. You don't get it now, gone. So if you want Scotch It, you Scotch God. At least that design. I'm not saying we might not,
Oh.
Maybe but that particular design, well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
we are keeping the Scotch Test Dummy Glencairn logo.
Love that one. That one's a big seller.
Love the Pete and Test It.
Yes.
Those 3 we'll keep.
Yep, those are the 3 big ones. We're dropping the other 2.
So,
but buy those if you want them, because they will be gone. But 2 new ones are coming in. We're working on that now.
go to ScotchTestDummies.com. You can order our whiskey hats.
Right.
Challenge coins.
Well, it's on our website where the merch site
you
is. Yeah, I know. I don't have the hat.
Our hats.
Yeah, there's
Glencairns.
hats with a cool Scotch God on it. Can you get trolls?
No trolls.
Dang it. I'm working on it. Scotch It. You Scotch Gods.
Cilantro. Dummies.
The troll's name could be Pete.